It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Monday, October 3rd. I'm James Spann. Unfortunately, prospects of rain just not looking good at all here for the next 10 days, so drought conditions will worsen. Of course, all eyes are on Hurricane Matthew coming up from the Caribbean up toward eastern Cuba. Let's go in there and check things out this morning. Water vapor satellite view. Nice cold trough in the western states. Hey, it's snowing this morning in some of the mountains there. Around here, the trough that brought the cool air late last week beginning to lift out, but still it feels pretty good this morning. Down to 52 at Fort Payne and Cullman, Gadsden 53. A little warmer in the city of Birmingham at 61. We'll expect mid-80s today. Around the nation, got winter weather advisories in some of the western states. Some fog issues north of here, but things are quiet our way. Severe weather obviously not happening here this week, a marginal risk for the western high plains. Now, tomorrow is going to be a very active convective day. We could see a few severe storms and a few tornadoes over parts of Oklahoma and Kansas as the fall tornado season kicks in there. And on day 3, Wednesday, a marginal risk of severe weather for cities like Des Moines and Kansas City. Yeah, this is just not good. Going into October so dry, and this is the driest month of the year. This is the rain for the next 5 days. And this is the rain for the next 7 days, just not a drop. And this is valid through Monday morning of next week, October the 10th. So again, water conservation and watch outdoor burning very carefully, very carefully. There's the big tropical picture. There's one little wave that's northeast of Puerto Rico that will be moving northwest. Pretty good chance this will not affect the United States, as Matthew is going to be the big story here. Matthew this morning with top winds at 130 miles per hour. The turn has occurred. It's moving north. There's no westward component of motion, moving north at 6. Tropical models awfully close to the Outer Banks, and some bring it close to Cape Cod down the line. This thing is a slow mover, by the way. It's going to take some time to get up there and gain latitude. Pretty much the same thing off the GFS ensemble. You can see the mean has it just kissing the Outer Banks of North Carolina and then off of Cape Cod in coming days. So again, our friends at those two spots will clearly have to watch this very closely. This thing will stay a pretty significant hurricane, Category 3 most likely, maybe 4 for the next 5 days, with slow weakening as it gains latitude over cooler water, but this thing will stay very formidable for a while. Interesting to note, we're seeing the eye on the radar coming out of Jamaica this morning. Still pretty far away out there. Here's the official track coming from the National Hurricane Center. Hurricane warnings in effect for Jamaica, Haiti, eastern Cuba, and now the southeast Bahamas. And they've got it coming on through the Bahamas, then off the South Atlantic coast of the United States Friday night as a Category 2. Not at majors 3 or higher. The M, you see H, that's a Category 2 or less. But obviously no impact here. So what does the model data say? Here we go, model fans. The GFS, the 06E run, valid today at 1 o'clock. Big cold trough in the western states. Snow continues for the mountains there. But for us, sunny and warm with mid-80s. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be the warmest day of the week. We'll be in the upper 80s. Some spots maybe touching 90. And then on Wednesday, little cooler air kind of noses in from the northeast. Highs drop back a little bit, back into the mid-80s. Matthew is in the Bahamas Thursday. Matthew is east of West Palm Beach. Our friends are nervously watching this in Florida, and obviously the surf will be extremely dangerous, but they'll be on the dry side of this thing. We're still dry Thursday with low to mid-80s, and the same thing on Friday. Low to mid-80s, mostly sunny. Got a cold front west of the state from near Madison, Wisconsin, down to Abilene, Texas, and Matthew is off the coast of South Carolina. Again, offshore, but very close. Now, the good news for the weekend with Matthew near the Outer Banks, of course, bad news for them, but we got a pretty good northerly flow developing here, and we're going to cool down. Highs drop back in the 70s this weekend. Going to be very nice. Nice north breeze. Highs in the mid-70s. Sunday, the GFS finally accelerates Matthew, and again, it's very close to Cape Cod Sunday morning. But for us, we're cool and dry. We'll start the day around 50. The high will be in the low 70s. A very refreshing day on Sunday. And this is a week from today. 588 Ridge rebuilding. That's dry. And again, mid-70s are likely with a pretty good cool air mass. A 1030 high north of the state. So after seeing 80s for this week, we'll cool back down nicely into the 70s this weekend and early next week. Here's the end of the forecast period. This is Wednesday of next week, the 12th. We'll trough over the middle of the country, and again, we're just dry as could be. We can't buy a decent shower. Here's the model output, the rain for the next 10 days, valid through October 12th. It shows a little sliver of gray in there, but again, we're basically going with nothing. Numbers, 80s this week, 70s for the weekend. And beyond that, numbers look pretty good, pretty comfortable. This is always a very, very pleasant but dry month. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. You can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.